Hey everybody, this is Glidercat and it's time to play. We are back in Learning Factory. Let's get back to it. Between episodes, I harvested up a bunch of iron and copper nuggets that were sitting on the ground. So if we look at inventory, we're doing great on iron. We'll burn through this actually pretty quick, but we've got 2,137 iron just from collecting those loose nodes on the ground, and then we've got 260 copper. I've also collected some wood, so we've got 76 higher quality wood, and we've got 29 regular quality wood. In fact, I might be able to harvest more. Our little tree plantation is starting to produce, and we're just dumping that into storage. I'm going to control click and harvest that. And then we've got our one iron drill down here producing as well, so I'll click and harvest that. These resource nodes, by the way, even if you don't have a drill on them, you can just right click on these and harvest. It's not super slow, but it's not super fast either. As you can see, we're getting one kind of coil of copper, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 per second just by right clicking on them. But obviously we're going to want to put drills on those and automate everything. What we want to do now, I kept the research going between episodes. We want to hook up our fabric production and get that into the store so we can make some more cash and make more cats happy. And we were missing the manipulators to do that. I think we unlocked those and now we can craft them. There's splitters, there's tunnels, there's manipulators. These guys take 2 iron. I'm going to burn through 200 iron right now and just control click on that and get 100 manipulators going. Splitters, I'll do some right clicks on these guys and let's get quite a few of these. And then tunnels are going to allow us to access the underground. We'll take a look at that in a second. These are 5 iron each. I'm going to just do a bunch of right clicks and queue up crafting of a bunch of those. Under production, we unlock the ability to make looms. We can do cat gates. We've got this fixed price store. We already have one of these down, and that's the lowest tier store. There's a couple higher tiers we're going to want to get to. Research, we saw this. I've got some copper. Let's queue up some of that crafting. We've got the ability now to make our own growing cotton plants, so we can plant cotton wherever we want. It takes 2 cotton and 1 wood. I've got 40 cotton in my inventory. We're okay on those right now. I've been kind of harvesting those myself. You can see we have 229 in inventory. By the way, the game has kind of 2 different inventories. There's our backpack, right? This is the stuff I have on me. And then if we look over here under construction, as we mouse over things, it shows us how much we have in general storage. So we've got 10 bridges in general storage that I can use, but they don't show up in my backpack. Same thing here. We've got 229 growing cotton plants that we can plant anywhere we want. 22 growing trees, and we can craft these now too. They take 3 wood, good. And we've got the ability to do fertilizer. This isn't super essential early on. It just speeds up the current crop, but it takes cotton and apple boxes. And I did manage to harvest some apple boxes manually. You can see in my backpack. And that's everything we have unlocked so far. Lots and lots more to unlock. But yeah, so we've got manipulators. Let's get our loom up and running. In fact, let's build a couple more looms if we can. Go back into crafting with the E key. Where are you, loom? Right there. Iron, wood, and yarn balls. Got a few yarn balls. Let's see if I can make 2 more of these. Looks like it. Oh, they're way at the end of the crafting queue. We'll let that run. Now the underground, we can access that by hitting the tab key. Boom. And now we're in the underground. And just like on the surface, there's sometimes remnants down here of things we can just collect for ourselves. So let's grab this. And then there's actually some bridges here. These are bridges over lava. I'm going to harvest these because we can't make these ourselves yet. Let's grab these ones and then we can put them where we want them. I'm just going to rip these guys up. Again, these are special bridges that we have to unlock in the tech tree, but they gave us some for free down here. There's some regular bridges over here, over water. I'll harvest that too while we're down here. Why not? And put them where we want them. Let's see what else is down here. Lava and rivers so far. We can find resource nodes down here too. In fact, the map works for this level too. So if I hit the map key, this is the underground. If I bring up the filters, let's see. Iron veins, yeah, there's iron down here underground. Looks like it's mostly up in the north. Copper, yeah, looks like it's on the outskirts for the underground. Not a lot of stuff right where we're at. But there are resources down here. Let's grab these things. And then maybe we'll head back up to the surface. Looks like we're unlocking some stuff. I'm going to grab these lava bridges real quick. Just waiting for some stuff to craft here in the bottom right of the screen. That's why I'm messing around down here. Grab this. A couple more over here. And we'll stop that for now. Let's head up. Tab. Okay, they've got some tutorial stuff for us. Let's see. Okay, use the pipette Q to summon a building faster. So you can use Q. I use the center mouse button to do that. If you don't have the building, you will automatically grab a blueprint if you have it researched. Also, you can move a building without disrupting production via the V key. So you hover over it, press V, and then you can move, rotate buildings. It is faster and it preserves all items, settings, and data inside the building. Very cool. Nice. If we look at the very top left of the screen, we are actually satisfying some of Dr. Cat's requests. This is basically guidance on what to produce next. I've been kind of ignoring it, but we do get rewards for meeting his needs or requests. So let's collect these rewards. That's good for 50 coins. This is going to get us a couple drills. This is probably just from completing the research on the drills. They're going to give us 2 free. We'll take it. Cotton production. This is going to get us 30 fertilizer for free. More coins and a couple splitters for free. I'll just minimize those to get them out of our way. I don't think we've got the ability to do the deposit yet. Not yet. It looks like they've got another tutorial here on the tunnels. Let's take a look at that. I'm going to harvest that wood. Harvest this iron first. And let's place a tunnel and see what they tell us. It's a tunnel, vertical transporter that brings stuff to the underground layer and back. Once a line is built, place an existing tunnel on the other end to bring the stuff back up. Or an exiting tunnel on the other end to bring stuff back up. You can change the direction of the tunnel by clicking it and press tab or caps lock to switch layers. We just saw that. In the underground, you can build transporter lines and other logistics machinery. Use the left alt or right alt to switch to a hybrid view mode for better navigation. So what they're talking about there is here's our tunnel. I'm going to rip that up. If I hit the alt key and just tap it, it kind of shows us what's underground. See these little squares? Up here, it's a cliff, but if we go to the underground with the tab key, that just so happens to be lava too. And if I put some transporters down underground, and I go back to the surface, now I can kind of see where things are at. These little squares indicate that there's something underneath there. And there they are. That's what that's all about. I'll hit the Alt key to turn that off for now. Okay, let's see how things are going in our store. Looks like we need to scale up. We've got cloth and yarn. Both of these are low. I'd like to see this like maxed out. And then we've got cats that want iron and boxes that we don't have yet either. Let's look to maximize those. Take a look at the tech tree. We've got a few things queued up. Fertilizer, hedge, and cat sorter. I'm just going to let that research run. That's going to slowly get us to the catitalism where we can buy parcels of land. I still need to figure out what these hedges are. These touring hedges. Not sure what those are. I'm just going to leave this in place as it is. Let's scale up our production over here. Looks like we're going to need more cotton. But now we've got the ability to plant it and build more cotton harvesters. Let's jump in and do that. So cotton harvesters here. I'm going to queue up 5 of these. And let's place them. Do it here. Right there, I think, is what I want. So these guys can come out. I'll rip these up with the right mouse button. You and you. And then we'll plant some here where there aren't any. And I'm tempted to plant a bunch more cotton and put 2 more harvesters down. Let's do it. I'm going to clear this out. We're going to be planting on somewhat infertile land, so it won't grow quite as fast. But just for looksies and organization, let's do it. I'm going to put... Let's do 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I need 1 more. Do I have what I need to build this? Looks like I do. In fact, I'm going to queue up 5 more of those. Another cotton collector here. Boom. Let's plant a bunch of cotton. We know we're going to use it. Between episodes, I did harvest a bunch of these little guys, these growing ones from around the map. Just as I was going around looking for iron and copper nodes, when I saw these little cotton plants, I grabbed them. Okay, so these guys are growing. It's going to take a little while before they actually produce for us. But let's get them all onto belts. There's your output. This output's going to come around. And for now, I guess we'll just shoot straight down here. We can always harvest some of this cotton or figure out a way to do some more cotton plantations and load them onto this belt. Again, these 4 new ones aren't going to produce until these cotton plants grow. It's going to take a bit of time before we see the results of that. Let's throw down a couple more looms. Do I have those? I have 2. Let's put them down. Production. May not have the cotton they need right away, but they'll get it soon enough. Those guys can go, and now we need our manipulators, newly crafted, fresh out of the oven. And then we actually need more yarn too. Let's put down a couple of those if we can. Did they give us a couple of free ones? Nope, we don't have any extras. Let's craft a couple of these, maybe 5. We're gonna need yarn, not just for the store, but we're gonna need yarn as an input for other materials down the road. This entire factory we're probably going to scale up, expand, and or scrap and relocate as we play on. So this is just the early attempts at getting some production up and running. I'm going to plop 3 more of those guys down. I want to see our inventory completely stacked here in the store. Looks like these guys aren't doing too bad. These 2 cotton collectors up at the top left, they already had some mature cotton plants. But this production is going to go up even faster once these 4 kick in. And then eventually we'll probably move these looms somewhere else. Alright, let's take a look at the store and see how we're doing supply-wise. Cloth is climbing, and yarn balls are still kind of low. Now, in this store, this fixed price store, it only holds 4 items. We're eventually going to get stores that can hold like 14 items. But this one, we can set the prices, I think. No, we can't. Everything in the store is sold by $1. We can't set the prices. So everything we sell is 1 coin each. We got loads of cats waiting to get into the store. Out of stock on cat boxes. They want some stuff that we don't have. We get a bunch of notifications here. I'm just going to hide these events. Let's grab our rewards here. We're going to get a couple cat sorters. What next? What next? What next? couple things we want to do. We've got different cats coming in. Cats. Yeah, we've got worker cats here. There's one that's different. Clerk cat, that's different. So if we go into the wiki, if I just hit H or click this guy, and I go to cats, these show the cats that are currently coming through our portal, and there's more. These will grow as we discover new cats. But we got the basic cat. Here's their needs. They want yarn balls and cloth. We knew that. And now they want these boxes too. We got to make those. And we got worker cats. They want something totally different. Wood, copper, cotton, and iron. So we might want to set up a separate store for those guys because their needs are super different. And then we also got these clerk cats coming through. They want yarn balls just like the basic cats, but they want claw sharpeners too. So we could throw the claw sharpeners and the boxes into our existing store and then set up a new store for these guys. We got tons of copper deposits. We don't have a ton of iron deposits. Cotton's easy, and wood we can plant. Let's set up a store for the worker cats. They're going to come in here. We're going to want to pull those worker cats off and put them into a new store. Let's pick a location for that store. How about... Let's see if we can even craft one. We go to... I think it's in production. Okay, yeah. Fixed price store requires 5 wood and 5 iron. Let's get one more of those. Again, this is the lowest tier store. We're going to want to upgrade these. In fact, let's go into the tech tree and see where the research is for that. So yeah, second row down, fixed price store, and then here's the cat store. Let's, yeah, and our research queue is clear. Let's get that researched. That's going to be a much better store. And then once that's researched, we'll get a story chapter that we can look at. Those are over here, by the way. This is just kind of some backstory. You can go through here, and it's kind of like a slideshow. We'll go through this first one. It says the year is 2125. That's when it really began. It was a dark time for cats, but there was still hope. You can see there's a little cat out here in the rain in a box. Jumps on out, leaves this little yarn toy behind. And then there's this little guy he's looking at. Gives him some food. Then there's a scientist here. I think this is Dr. Katz kind of watching on a camera feed. This camera feed right there saying, could he be the one? Cleans up the cat and sends a transmission to the guy saying, we need you to make cats happy. Send your project ideas. So the guy starts thinking of some ideas, sends them along. Takes a picture of the cat, looks at his needs pyramid. We saw that in the help. Draws up some proposals. Mails them off to the scientist, and Dr. Cat sends some stuff back. Along with a ticket somewhere. It looks like they pack off and go to the learning factory. See, there's a bunch of little stories here you can kind of follow. I'm not going to go through those in this playthrough, I don't think. It's just kind of backstory and colors. Kind of fun. All right, let's harvest that wood. And let's put down the other store that we just built. That's going to be this guy. We want to set up a store for our worker cats and load this thing with building materials. We got all these copper nodes that are a little bit in our way. Let's do it. Let's do it right here. Boom. How's that? Then we're going to pull cats off of this transporter. We'll pull just the worker cats and send them to our new store. Oh, we just unlocked it. Nice deposit right there. If we look at the tech tree. Boom. Yeah, we just unlocked capitalism. Okay, unlocks the deposit that allows you to stash a share of your income for various needs. This is basically for building or for purchasing parcels, land parcels. You can access it in your backpack E. As humankind already knows, all data scientists are paid handsomely. The same applies to cat kind. So you will need quite a lot of cat coins to fund your research and hire more scientists. Glory to science. Monument module bonuses deposit. Awesome. Okay, we got that just from doing some research. They're letting us know there's a new tutorial available. What I want to do. Let's tap into that right now. If I go into the backpack and I click this deposit, they're going to tell us. Okay, deposit allows you to store a share of your money for whatever purposes, such as hiring researchers, buying territories, etc. Use the slider to select how many of each 10 coins you earn will be allocated to working capital, and how many will be stored on the deposit. You can also set a limit for your deposit here. Okay, next page. Anytime you can transfer half of your money or all to deposit or take them back. So we can move money between these two pots of money. Again, it's like working capital, which is what our researchers will just chew up and take it as we produce it. And then kind of savings or our deposit that kept away from our researchers that we can use for purchasing land and other things. Okay, cool. Here's the screen. So out of every 10 coins, we're going to start out a little high. I'm going to take 3 of every 10 coins and we're going to save that off and keep it from the researchers. Now that has the effect of potentially slowing down our research, but it's going to allow us to expand our territory. And then we can come back and change this. But that is set up now. And if we go to this screen or this little thing, now we're starting to save some coins in a deposit. And if we look at the map, boom, bring this up. Okay, you can use the lenses. We got another tutorial here. You can use lenses to find resources and trade ports on the map. We kind of already did that. Just by using these things. There's the trade ports. There's the different resources. We already kind of knew about that. But if we look at the map, we click on one of these parcels. Down here at the very bottom left, it shows us how much that parcel costs. So this one just takes coins. But some of these will take extra materials. In this case, takes 1,550 coins and 140 cat houses in our inventory before we can purchase that particular parcel. And then as we click on these, it'll give us a bunch of information about what's on that parcel. So here's some pre-existing buildings that are on there. Here's the resources, cotton plants, and growing cotton. And then some information about the geography. You got lava underground, soil tiles, underground tiles, under ocean tiles. And these will become important later. There's certain buildings that we want to, I think, build on lava and build on different types of soil. That's what that's all about. All right. We got the deposit going. We got our cat store for the worker cats. We saw that worker cats want wood, copper, cotton, and iron. Let's see if we can get that pumped into the store. Copper is going to be easy, right? Let's just put a drill right here. Boom. Maybe 2 drills. And we'll just run some transporters right on into the store. I'm going to wiggle over this way and pick up this guy's output and just send that straight into the store. In fact, we can, tap into all these guys too. I don't think we need to yet. Do one more. I've got the drills on me. We don't have any iron nodes to mine right now. We only have the one and we already have a drill on it. So we can put these drills to use, I suppose. Okay, so those guys will load in copper as they mine it. Kind of slow. Now we need to get wood in here and we need to get iron and cotton. Wood, I planted some over here. This is just regular wood. But I think we really want this wood. So yeah, this is fir trees. When we put a lumber mill harvesting fir trees, we get the higher tier wood. So let's go with that. So we'll take one of our splitters and maybe boom right there and just send this wood down into the store. And then while we're at it, fir trees. Can I make fir trees? Let's see how many I've got on me. I've got 25 growing fir trees. I guess this is as good as use of any for those. Can I make those yet? Cannot. I can craft regular trees. But the regular tree wood is not as valuable as these fir trees. Let's look at the tech tree and see if I can unlock the ability to craft these growing fir trees. It's going to be near the bottom. This bottom row. Cotton plants we can do. I researched the hedge just for the heck of it. Probably won't use those for a while. Bridge crafter. This is a way to automatically craft bridges for us. It's not, I don't really need that now. Growing tree. That is researched. Oh man, where's the growing fir tree? Way down here. Now in order to get this growing fir tree, I gotta clear this part of the tech tree. And we got this thing here. It says cat secret required terraforming. So what we need to do for that, we need to find a cat secret of that category, terraforming. Those are on the other plots of land. Let's look at the map. I kind of want those growing fir trees. Let's first get these planted because they're going to take a while to grow. I'm going to just plant at least one more of these. Throw down a lumber mill. This will take a little while to grow. So we'll get that started. But I know I'm going to want a whole lot more growing fir trees that I can handcraft. So let's see in the tech tree, or no, let's look at the map and see if we can find, it was terraforming, right? Yeah, we need a cat secret of the category terraforming to open up this part of the tech tree. So in the map, if we look at the territories in our immediate vicinity, check it out. Right there, archive terraforming. That's what we're looking for. This archive holds a cat secret, and the category is terraforming. That's just what we want. Let's see if there's any others that are terraforming. That one's got a production cat secret. That's terraforming too. What about down here? Production. I'm looking over here where on the left side of the screen where it says the archive type. You want terraforming. But it'd be nice to get one that actually has some iron nodes or something too. Copper veins. Production. Yeah, I'm not seeing terraforming down this way. Oops, what was that one? That one doesn't even have one. A cat secret. That one's got logistics. Logistics. Yeah, we're stuck, I think, going north. That one doesn't have one either. They're shown as squares on the map. That guy's got terraforming. Let's just buy this one. It costs 178 coins. We'll see if they let us buy it. Boom. Okay, they did. That's a good sign. Can't tell if my little guy's running. We're going to be able to get a hoverboard that allows us to run a little faster. Let's go up and collect our cat secret. We got to make our way up here. I'll grab some of these growing cotton plants while I see them. We can use those. Save me from handcrafting them. All right, we got some resources on the ground here. We got some stuff we can harvest. They gave us some copper plus. I'll grab it. They gave us some cotton plus. We'll grab it. Let's grab these things off the ground. This is a trade relay spot. We'll do that later. We're going to be able to trade with other factions. Supply them some resources. They'll give us resources, different resources back. And then we'll build influence with these different factions. There's some upgraded rope. Ooh. There's a growing fir tree right here. Some growing fir trees. Rover debris, we just grab that. Can't do anything with it. It's going to give us some resources, though. Oh, copper vein underneath. Nice. This is what we're after, though. This is why we bought the land. Not for these cotton plants, but for this guy right here. If I click on this guy, it says you've collected your first cat secret and gained some cat knowledge, which is basically science points. Now apply the secret on the research tree to unlock new technologies. There it is right there, actually. That's the one we want to use down here at the bottom. All right, so we have the cat secret in our inventory. This knowledge archive, we can just rip this off the map. It'll put it into our inventory. It says you already collected the cat secret from this cat knowledge archive and gained some cat knowledge. Okay. Now apply the secret to the research tree. We're going to do that. That's the same message we just saw. But it says later your scientists will discover a new use for those archives. That's the thing that we just picked up. For now, you can remove it with the right mouse button and use it as decoration. Okay, that's what we're going to do. We're not going to use it as decoration, but we ripped it up. Now, into the tech tree. Growing tree variety research. We want to work our way over to the growing fir tree. So let's click on this guy. We now have a cat secret to use that's of the category Terraforming, which they wanted. Boom. Now we just cleared that obstacle. We got to research growing apple trees first. That will be useful to us. And then let's get growing fir tree added to the queue. We got a couple things in our queue. Growing juicy cactus. Let's hold off on that one. We've got the new cat store unlocked. So we'll want to replace our existing cat stores real soon with that. And then we've got another little story segment here. Raw data. Just scroll through these pretty quick. Too much data. I need help. All right. All right, we got more copper nodes. I'm not going to bother with this right now. We got what we needed. Let's head down. We've got copper going into our new store. We've got upgraded wood going to our new store. We don't even have a cats going there yet. And we need to get more things in here. I think it was cotton and iron needs to make its way over here. But before we do that, let's start pulling the worker cats off of this belt. Let's do it over here. We need a cat sorter. They gave me some of these to start with. So I'm going to pop you right there. And this will pull certain cats off of the line here. And we just click on the picture here to change the cat that we want. We don't want the basic cat. We want the worker cats. So I'll send that guy off into oblivion. And now worker cats, we can send to our new store. Not like that. But like that. So we should, if we see a worker cat, here comes one, a worker cat. That guy should get pulled off and come down to the new store. Down he goes. And they're going to want, there's a couple more things we know they want, right? Oh man, now they want even more stuff. Rope. And we got to get cotton and iron in there too. I think the lower parts of that needs tree are the most important. Should also mention that when we're in the wiki, if you look at the top left of the screen, and you click on game mechanics, there's a ton of information in here about how the game works and some hints on how to play effectively. I've read through all of these and I may have forgotten half of it. So we may come back, or between episodes I'll revisit these. But here's the needs tree, for example, or the satisfaction pyramid. It says when cats' base needs are met, they'll start requesting items from a higher level of the pyramid and more items in general, so bigger sales. Cats of the same type all share the same level of satisfaction, or scientists think they have a shared firmware and update simultaneously. When the needs in the upper level of the pyramid are met, cats of this type have a chance of emerging at the factory as a more demanding type of cat with more money and increased loyalty. So basically, the more we meet the cat's needs, the more they're going to buy and the more money they're going to come into the store with so they can purchase more things. Selling items from a cat's pyramid satisfies the needs on the respective level of the pyramid, and new pyramid levels will be unlocked as you progress through research. Until it happens, it's considered that cats satisfy their demands somewhere else. If cats' requests are not satisfied, that type of cat will stop coming to your factory, but not entirely. Occasionally, these cats will swing by to check if the goods they want appeared in the stores. If they manage to find them, expect more of those cats. Only cats that come through regular cat gates can progress through the pyramid. So, these guys coming through the cat gates, if their needs are met, they're going to tell their friends, and more cats of that type are going to come through. So right now, we're doing copper and wood, but we really need to get cotton and iron in there because those are the items that are lower on their little needs tree. We've got iron here. Let's split this off. And we could do, if we want, we could go underground, but we'll just do it above ground for now. It's gonna be a little spaghetti, but send this up. Boom. Now they're getting iron. Oh, we're obviously going to need to purchase more land here. Probably this plot to get more iron. And then obviously we're going to also want to upgrade the quality of this iron. This is the lowest tier. And the last thing these cats need is cotton. And then we saw they need rope too. Oh man. But let's get cotton rotted in there too somehow. I've got a bunch of cotton here. And apples, actually. There's cotton down here. We got a little bit over here we could tap into and bridge over. Maybe this is a place to do it. This land's a little rough. Let's see how this would play out. Not the most efficient, but I could get 3 cotton harvesters out here. Cotton pickers. Collectors, I guess we call them. And then we could route them into that store. Let's do it to start. This doesn't have to be a forever kind of implementation. We can change this as we go, but let's get some initial cotton into that store. In fact, this guy can maybe go there and this one there. Got some infertile land, so it's not going to be quite as productive. But let's plant on it anyway. These guys, and I think this here. These plants here aren't doing us any good. I'm just going to rip them up. Because they're not really part of what's being harvested. And then I need to put a bridge down, but we'll do that in a second. Let's get this routed. So here's cotton. Down. And let's have it come across this way. Now we can pop down bridges. We need to get that into our store. I gotta work around these cliffs. Later on, we're gonna be able to blow these things up, but now we're gonna have to wiggle around. Whoops, wrong key. Trying to hit rotate. Yeah, I gotta wiggle around these. I know it's not the prettiest thing. What do I want you to do? I'm gonna have you actually go up in the middle there somewhere. So now we've got cotton, we've got iron, we've got copper, and we've got the upgraded wood. So these guys should be happy. The worker cat's coming through here. Should be having their needs met, and the supplies look great. Now the supplies are going to get weaker as we get more of these cats. See how they're getting their needs met? Some more are coming through. More are coming through of that type. That's good. Our hype is at 25%. We'll just keep an eye on that. As we're satisfying cats' needs, the height goes up. And as cats come through and don't get their needs met, and we don't have the inventory or we're not making the products they want, that'll go down. And then there's our income. We got 137 saved up for land purchases or hiring researchers. We'll do that kind of later on in the playthrough. And we've got 77 working capital for research. Let's take a look at the research tree. Okay, we're working on the growing fir tree. Get a little more time in this episode. Let's see if we can build these cat stores, the upgraded ones, and get those placed. And then we'll do some more research here. Let's do chill out space, because this allows cats to take a break from standing in line and potentially invite a friend of the same cat type to the factory while chilling out. So it increases a cat's loyalty if they visit this chill out space. These are kind of funny, so I'm going to do it. They're kind of cool looking. And then we got Science Lab. This is going to allow us to hire more researchers. We need to make more cash probably before we do that, though. And storage. Yeah, let's research storage. Get that added to the queue for sure. Vertical cable, not yet. Oh, we'll do this next episode. We need to go get an upgrade CAD secret. And we need to get this hoverboard. The hoverboard is your personal transport for swifter movement and more efficient, or at least faster, factory management. Yeah, we want that because it's slow kind of walking around here. I think you can hit control and run, but it's a little tiny bit faster, but it's still slow. That hoverboard's going to help. All right, with the stores, let's replace those stores that we've got here. E takes 10 wood and 10 iron for these new stores. We got enough of both, so let's do it. Boom, boom. We'll build 2 of those. And we're going to rip these old stores up. Boom. That one's gone, and we're going to put a new one down. And let's see if I can just in place upgrade these. I don't know. I'm just going to try and drop the upgraded store on top of this fixed price store. Hey, that worked just fine. Easy. That gave us one more slot to sell, and then we can go in here and actually set the prices for things. So this little triangle here shows us that we're at the minimum price currently. If I click, primary click, I can set the price for that item up until this little triangle shows up, and that means that's the highest we can charge for that product. I'm going to keep these low for now. We can read the help. Press left mouse button on a cell to increase the price, right mouse button to decrease the price. Green and red triangles, this is basically just everything I just explained. Just right mouse button on any of the cat types to unlist price settings for this type of cat. If these cats are not attending the store anymore. Unlist price settings for this type of cat. Not sure what that is. Okay, this panel displays the items that visiting cats requested but failed to get. So right now we don't have anything there. They're getting everything they're requesting. Different types of cats have their own preferences for shopping, so it might make sense to split them between different stores. Yeah, we just did that. Sometimes cats looking for items only from one of the 5 item categories arrive at your factory. Use cat request category splitters and specialized smart stores to detect and cater to those customers. The number of slots for items is limited, but can be increased via upgrades. So yeah, we can upgrade this to allow us to sell more different products out of this same store in a tech tree. And then they were talking about some cats will come in just wanting a single item. And if that's the case, we could actually filter them again. We got this cat sorter filtering on the type of cat. There's another type of sorter. I don't think we have it unlocked. In fact, I don't even know where it's at. Manipulator. But there's another. Is it the switcher? Nope. But there's another. Here it is. Cat request category splitter detects cats looking for a specific category of goods and separates them from cats looking for goods from other categories. So this, if we wanted to divide up the incoming cats across more stores so we can scale up, we can use those other sorters. We'll probably get to that much later in the playthrough. We got plenty to do. We got our hands full as it is. Yeah, it looks like iron's a little bit anemic. Next episode, yeah, iron supply is low and we still need to make rope. So those will be tasks for next episode. We'll see if we can scale up the iron. The only way we're going to do that is by buying a parcel with more deposits. And it looks like it's probably going to be this thing. 229 coins. And this has 4 more iron veins for us. It actually has a gold vein too. Kind of cool. So we'll do that next episode and ramp up the iron production. And then we'll see if we can figure out how to make rope. Might be in here in the wiki. There it is, rope. We're going to take a rope maker, and then we got multiple recipes we can pick from. Here's the lowest level rope, just takes yarn balls. And then if we want to kick it up a notch to rope plus, which we probably do, we'll take iron and yarn balls together, and that'll get us an upgraded level of rope. And then much later on, we can look at doing these things. These 2 recipes that get us the rope plus plus. That's the highest quality. Upgraded yarn balls, those aren't bad. And upgraded iron, I can't remember what that takes. We don't have it unlocked yet. But yeah, we'll look to probably make rope plus next episode and increase the amount of iron going in, and then maybe even look to see what it's going to take to get the next quality iron. So I'm going to probably focus on this cat store for our worker cats. But yeah, that is it for this episode. This is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on Learning Factory. Oh man, this is such a cool game. We've got a lot left to do. But yeah, I want to thank Glidercat patrons and channel members as I always do. Deeply, sincerely appreciate that support. I'm grateful for it. And with that, I'll see y'all in the next episode.